Hi everyone, welcome back to the Queen of Queens Tarot. So today we are going to be having a nice little reading. I feel like it's nice. It feels nice and cozy, something that you want to snuggle up towards in your bedroom. I don't know what I'm saying. It just feels like a nice, sweet energy that we have right here, especially as it relates to love. So I really wanted to do this video today. So what we are going to be doing is figuring out what is going on in this connection. Because I feel like, there is a lot of illusions and mystery. Why did I pronounce it like that? There's a lot of illusions and mystery surrounding our connections. We can't see things clearly right now for whatever reason, or we are too emotionally close to the situation, which just is preventing us from seeing it as it really is. I feel like collectively that's what's going on. So we are going to try to get as clear messages as possible. I have 3 options for you. You can choose the Affirmated Tarot. I love all the depiction of the lovers in these decks. Oh my god, right away, traditional one right there, so gorgeous, so beautiful. And this is actually one of the cards that made me fall in love with this deck. This is me and my sister's OG deck. Been having this forever. And then this is one of my more recent finds, but it's just gorgeous nonetheless. So you can go with the Affirmated Tarot, or you can go with the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, or you can go with the Wheel of the Year Tarot, or you can go by number 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter here. Just pick one that you feel is pulling you towards it. Look at the imagery. Which one is really resonating with your heart? Okay? So we are going to start with group 1, the Affirmated Tarot. Oh my god. Maybe there has been some kind of mismatched communication between people. So we have the tarot here. I'm going to bring it back here with me, because first I'm going to give you guys some oracle cards just so we can get the gist of the situation. So first we're going to look at let me see. This is where you are regarding this connection. So we have the Vision as your archetype, and we have sometimes want to be your lover, sometimes want to be your friend, sometimes want to hug you, hold hands, slow dance while the record spins. That's how you're feeling towards this person. How they're feeling towards this connection. We have the Starborn, and we have found me right when I fell. I am under your spell. I want y'all to be able to see this. Let's see if we can pull back a little bit. Be patient with me. Bear with me, y'all, because I don't have all the fancy equipment. Not yet. But I am, being resourceful and doing what I can. And I really want to do videos, so I'm following my heart. Everything will work out the way it's supposed to. So we also have synchronicity. Oh yeah, we're going to put this on your side, because I feel that that's what you have been feeling most of all throughout this relationship. A lot of synchronicities, a lot of feelings of being pulled to this person. And for them, we have love. All right, so just some cards describing the connection. We have seduction. We have not enough. Oh, Lord. And we have love call. This is very, very interesting. And so we are going to get further into the reading with the tarot. Or maybe I should go ahead and pull it right now. What do you think, Spirit? Spirit says pull it right now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and pull the tarot for this relationship. But I'm already kind of getting the vibe of what's going on here in this connection. All right, I'm just gonna say it. I feel like there's a strong sexual connection between both parties here, and that is really kind of what is tempting. Yeah, I'm seeing temptation. Even with the sometimes want to be your lover, sometimes want to be your friend. It feels like tiptoeing around some type of forbidden fruit, tiptoeing some type of line that could be, you know, it changes things. It changes things between y'all. Angels, ancestors, guides. What's going on between the connection for the people who chose group one? Thank you so much. Ooh. You have 8 of Wands. I feel like things are about to take off, where you feel that there was some type of stagnancy within this relationship. I feel like, yeah, shit's about to start moving faster than you anticipated. And I feel like that's why you're getting these signs and these synchronicities. Oh yeah, we have Judgment here. I'm hearing he coming. And I typically don't like to read like that. Like, I try to read realistically, but I do feel there is an energy of crossing paths coming here. We have the 7 of Swords, but I feel like this person is avoidant. But I feel like in some way both people may have been running away from each other. What else, Spirit? Thank you so much. We have the Fool. Ooh, the Fool and the Moon. Okay, all right. Anything else? How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get 6. I like 6. 6 is a pretty number. I think it's the Venus number. The Lovers. The Lovers is card number 6. One more card, Spirit. Thank you so much. We have Strength. Oh, yeah. And I can feel that type of energy. So, on the back of your deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel that overall, in regards to this connection, I feel like for both people, something re-triggered this connection to come back into your view. Because with the 7 of Pentacles being the overall energy, now you are in this place where you are trying to figure out whether or not you want to continue to invest in a situation. Because I feel like there was an energy of, you know, I'm going to let it go. If something happens, you know, it happens. If it doesn't, which is what this type of energy requires. It requires you to do that. But for some reason, this came back in your zone of awareness, and it's causing you to play more of an active role in trying to figure out how this situation is going to transpire. So I feel like, you know, you've been just trying to figure out any modes of action that could bring the most speedy production, because now you're invested in it again. So I feel like that's why it's coming up. But yes, let's see how you are feeling towards the connection. We have the Vision here. So I feel with the Vision, this is already kind of talking about I feel like you're getting a lot of signs and synchronicities surrounding this particular relationship in your outer world. And so that, because I feel like you already are an intuitive person, so because you are getting these you know, it's one thing to get tarot and like angel numbers to confirm, but when you go out into the world, you actually, like, you know, you see a person's name, you hear a song that reminds you of them, you smell something that reminds you of them. When you are experiencing the world and you see those things, it shows you that, you know, oh, this person might actually be back in my zone of awareness. So I feel like yeah, you're here trying to figure out, I don't even feel like you guys are together. There is some type of separation here. I hate saying separation, but like, I think it's the perfect word to describe this, because y'all aren't together, but I don't feel like things are completely done. Either way, you are here trying to get some answers and clarity surrounding this, because this is a relationship that you kind of toyed with before, you know, and toyed with in the sense that you toyed with the idea of being with this person, of being more than cordial with this person, or being more than friends with this person, because the chemistry was there. We have seduction there. I feel at one time even you may have been laying it very thickly onto this person, but I don't think, with the starborn being here, I don't think that they were really getting it. They weren't getting it, because for you, we have the vision here, and they are coming up as the starborn. So the vision is definitely a more progressed, more bigger, more growth type of energy. Both of them are beginnings. I'm looking at the cards, but this is a person who, but you are the person that's actually exploring here with the vision here. This person is just being born. It's just in a space of feeling as if they can enter this reality. I hope that I'm making sense. But it feels like this person, what you did for them, what this connection has did and has done for them, I'm drawn to the way that egg is cracked. So it opened up new possibilities. Something comes alive, and with love being there, it feels like it's giving me big Ace of Cups energy, like overflow. The heart opens. And that's all what that 40 love card is about. The heart opening, the heart widening, getting ready to receive all that is out there for them, right? It says here, found me right when I fell. I am under your spell. I feel like for this person, and there's something, six of cuppies, six of cuppies, six of cupsy about this relationship. Like when we think about the six of cups, we think about really nice closeness, people just feeling comfort and between one another without even really being able to understand it. So I feel that's what's going on in this relationship. I feel like this person they were a hard shell to crack, because it even seemed like it was difficult for you to crack them. But this is not enough here. But even you cracked them and got through to them, to the point where this person just feels kind of enraptured with you. And I'm hearing focus as well. But for some reason, it feels like so yeah, that's where the both of you are regarding. Let me take a sip of water. That's where the both of you are regarding this connection. But yeah, I feel like things are about to start moving quicker than you anticipated regarding this connection. Especially with this Eight of Wands here. Eight of Wands is such a fast type of energy. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily have a focus. It's like, when you're watching Game of Thrones, if you've watched Game of Thrones and you see when they like knock and the things just going, you do not know how the chips are going to fall. And that's kind of what's going on in the situation. But I feel like things are moving fast. I feel with Judgment card being here, there's an opportunity to resurface. And then we have Love call here. So yeah, you could definitely be receiving some type of communication from someone. So this is like, Judgment card is things resurfacing. Seven of Swords, you may be in the energy of trying to get out. I thought this person was avoiding you, because I do think that they have been avoiding in the past, but now you are in a space where you're avoiding them, because I'm really drawn to how on the Seven of Swords, he's using his swords as a shield, you know, to hide him, to get him away from kind of speaking his truth in a situation. So you could be trying to run from this person. But I feel, and then we had the Fool and the Moon come out, and that was so interesting for me. They came out together because this is signaling and what's the word, Spirit? This is signaling so much fear surrounding following one's heart. I feel like you feel punished for following your heart. You feel because of some of the repercussions that you have faced as a result of following your heart, that it wasn't worth it. That and we have strong Leo energy here with this Strength card here. Strong Leo energy. So you could be a Leo, you could have Leo placements, or you could be dealing with a Leo. But yeah, I don't feel that things necessarily panned out the way that you wanted them to, but I feel that it's because of the perspective here. Things from the past are kind of really affecting your steps to take forward, steps to move forward. So you have to take a look at them. You have to re-examine them. And this is, like I said, it's going to cause a shift in this is going to be conquered by having a shift in perspective. And that's where strength comes in, because those strength, when we think of strength, we think of, you know, muscle, being able to carry so many large objects, or being able to, I don't know, roughen other people up, use strength in a way that can harm others. But there is something that is so so enriching about employing another strength. And this is actual what's it called? This is actual give me the word, Spirit. This is mental strength. So having the mental strength to calm one's fears and anxieties, and choosing to leap forward despite those anxieties. This is controlling one's mind. This is saying, you know, some things in the past didn't end up the way that I wanted them to, but hey, I can't let that hold me back forever. I have to keep going. I have to keep experiencing this life. My soul is yearning for it. And I think that's the main question you have to ask with this person. There could be, especially with this not enough here, there could be some bad blood between one another. There could be, you know, things just aren't on the best note between the both of you. But, okay, Pugsley. My neighbor's dog. But, what is your heart saying? Like, really, sit with your heart. Ask your heart, how do you feel about this? Because I feel like that's how this situation needs to be approached. This is a very heart thing. This is a very in the moment thing, you know? Allowing yourself to be in that moment. To not let your feelings and anxieties overcome your experience of said moment. So that's it. That looks like that is what you are going to be having to deal with in regards to this relationship. Pile 1. Let's see. Is there anything else that Spirit wants you to know regarding what's going on in this connection? I feel like this person is challenging you to stay in line with your truth and your authenticity. They are challenging your ability to do so. They are challenging you to stand firm to your values and your boundaries. If you say one thing, do you mean it? You have to be sure about it. And sometimes that can look like stepping away from this person, right? Because you know that no matter how hard they try, they won't ever be good to you the way that you need them to. We have the Nine of Pentacles. What else do we have here? We have Justice, yep. Sometimes the right thing, or standing firm in your values and your beliefs, is staying single, because you know that being in this relationship would not give you what you're looking for. You don't have to prove your love to anyone. I feel like, and that can often happen with strength too. You feel an effort to prove your love to a person. But you don't have to do that. And love would never ask of you to do that. Too many cards. Alright. Ten of Cups. And I think that's what's going on in this connection. This connection, Power One, is challenging you to stand firm. Like, it's very tempting, you know, and even the signs, you feel signs, you feel, maybe even feel it in your body. You feel drawn to this person. But what is worth honoring here? Your integrity. You have to ask yourself that question. What's worth honoring here? Okay, Power One. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it was insightful for you. I think that there is love here. I don't know if it's love that can be sustainable in this reality. Okay. Oh, actually, Power One, let me give you some more advice. Angels, ancestors, guides. What does Power One need to know regarding this connection? Look, we have boundless love. Today, I open my eyes a little wider and walk a little taller, noticing that the world around me is filled with tiny miracles. With this in mind, it's easy to fall in love over and over again, with everything from honeybees to neon signs. And while I'm feeling this inspired and this in love, everything else sort of falls into place. And that's true. I feel like this relationship is just teaching you to be connected to everything. But it's also teaching you that you don't have a limit on your love. We have warmth. I focus on warmth and let it guide all my interactions. No matter how others behave, I choose to respond warmly. With warmth, I can melt any icy exterior. I can soften any hard feelings. I can microwave any pizza. Today, I adopt the saying, kill 'em with kindness, and turn myself into a warm and loving spirit. I'm sorry, y'all. I just feel like somebody trying to break into my apartment. Like, what the fuck? I hope that's not happening right now while I'm trying to do a reading. No, ma'am. Anyway, power one. Shoot, maybe this person trying to break down your house, break down your door, trying to get to you. Anyway, power one. This relationship is teaching you, don't feel like all your love is just used up. You have more love to give. You have more relationships to experience. And you will receive them by being warm, by being open, by being loving, by being, kind. A little bit more open. Okay, power one? All right. Hi, Power 2. Welcome to your reading. So today we are going to do what's going on in this connection. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So we're going to look at what you are feeling towards connection, what your person is feeling towards connection. So you are feeling like the maiden towards this connection. And also, don't you know that I'll choose you over anybody else when you're not around? It's just bad for my health. I'm good on my own, but with you, I'm something else. Your person is feeling like the stone. This needs to look a little better. Let's try to make it look a little better. Don't you know that I'll choose you over anybody else? Another cute song. I've been waiting my whole life to find someone like you. Baby, I want this. I want this to last forever. Aw, isn't that so sweet? That's so cute. From your Price of Love Oracle, we have forgiveness. I feel like that's where you are leaning, Miss Mamas. And I mean that as gender neutral as possible. I call everybody Miss Mamas. So I feel like that's where you are leaning. Okay. You're opening your heart. And we have mirroring for your person. This is really nice energy. You guys, it feels like, the both of you, and it's very odd that you see something like this, but it feels like the both of you have been doing some good work. You've been opening that little heart. It's really cute. Okay. We have both. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. And yes, I can see that for you. We have love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection. What is that? Attraction. And we have wedding rings. Oh, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Ooh. I don't know if y'all getting married, but I feel like somebody is ready to get married. I mean, this is the energy of the reading. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lovers comes out, because it's just beautiful. Look, we have the Lovers here, and we have it right here with the mirroring. Isn't that gorgeous? That's so beautiful. Let's see. So we wouldn't have forgiveness here. And look, right when I said it. Oh God, I just love this shit. I'm sorry. I love tarot. You can't take it from me. Because right when I said what I was about to say, I saw the Three of Swords. So I was about to say we wouldn't have forgiveness here if there wasn't for some type of little scuffle. If there wasn't for some type of fight. Yeah. Fight. Seven of Wands. I can't make it up. There wasn't some type of fight. Some type of disagreement. So yeah. Let's look here. Let's see. I'm gonna do. Let me take a sip of water. I'm gonna do what I did for the other pile, which was pull the cards out before we actually start reading. What was that? Mr. King of Swords, what are you doing here, mister? But he didn't want to come out completely. He just wanted to make his presence known. So I have him in the back of my mind. All right. Angels, ancestors, guides. What does group 2? Too many cards. But the King of Swords really is coming out. I feel like somebody has their mind made up. Yeah. We have the King of Swords, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, somebody has their mind made up. Where they could have been experiencing some indecision in the past. You know, they were unwilling to move forward in a connection in the past. I'm going to hold this in a way that y'all can see it. You know, where you may have been asking them, may have been pushing like, you know, motherfucker, what we doing? Shouldering more of the relationship than you should have. I feel like, you know, and things just weren't moving. So I feel like there has been somebody has their mind made up. Now we have to see what they have their mind made up. You know, what decision they have made. Judgment. Oh God. But it feels as if, you know, it's leaning into a positive type of energy. Angels, ancestors, guides. What does group 2 need to know regarding this connection? What is going on in this connection? I feel like, you know, they want you to know that it's okay for you to trust your intuition. You're probably right about everything that's going on in this connection. So trust it. Okay. What else? Thank you so much. What is going on in this connection? We have the Page of Wands and we have the Page of Cups. That feels like introductions. Yes, introductions for new opportunities to experience both passion and emotion. All right, what else? Angels, ancestors, guides. Let's get to y'all always give me too many cards. What is the girl to do with that? I am gonna take that one that fell on the Lovers though. This King of Swords, he wanna come out. He got to come out at this point because I've seen him too many times. Now we have the Devil here in reverse. I'm gonna take him like that because I've seen him like that. When I looked up, I saw 333 on the clock. So maybe there may be a little obsession surrounding card reading at this time, yeah. And that's why they want you to know that you can trust your gut. But there also may be something that is not being revealed. Oh. Yeah, yeah, like there's some serious sexual attraction here, but it's hidden. It's like under the current though, because I feel like this person definitely has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. What else, Spirit? Thank you so much. But yeah, you want to peel it back. Oh, and we have the Page of Swords. Let's see how many cards are out. 2, 4, 6. I'm gonna give one more. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what's going on. because I feel like you are in this open type of energy. You're ready to experience, and you are ready to. Especially with this King of Swords, you had your mind made up about this situation, and it's entering your zone of awareness again, and you are in this space where you are ready to kind of forgive and choose this person. Okay, I'm gonna put it down because it's not giving me nothing right now. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, it's not giving me nothing. I feel like, I do think that this person feels this way about you, but they're not giving me nothing. They're not giving you anything. Woo! You tried. They're not giving you. They're not giving you what you need here. Okay, Gutu, let's just look at you. So we have the Maiden here. So the Maiden is like an energy of stepping into a new phase of your life, ready to experience and explore. Yeah, to see what is out there. Out there, outside of what you already know. It talks about, it's like when a woman, or when a person with female genitalia, when they start to go through puberty, when they quote unquote, when people use the term become a woman, that's what this feels like. That's what that always feels like. So it's a new experience, but now you have new responsibility as well, being able to bring something into being. But I feel like and I feel like there's a willingness here to go all the way with this person. Like there's comfort and safety that you feel around this person. But I feel like something happened here where there was some type of breakdown in communication. There was people just weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. And why are you so quick? The question, yes, that's the question here. The question here is like, why are you so quick to extend this olive branch to them when you haven't even seen them do anything in the material reality yet? Now, this doesn't mean I don't think that they aren't going to do anything, because we have a lot of guards here, and it's like, oh my God, they want to keep it on the hush, because the energy when I was shuffling the cards, it felt very much so holding on very tightly, being very stuck to something. And maybe this could be both of you guys' energy, especially as it relates to your willingness to be so forgiving. Like, of course, extend forgiveness, but you don't have to choose this person, but you're wanting to choose this person. And then we have here with the stone. I feel like this person definitely views you, especially with this song here, they view you as someone who they want to have in their life, who they've been waiting so long to find. Like a rare, precious stone. You have so much value to this person. With the wedding ring cards, they definitely want a higher level of commitment. They want to be with you. They want that connection with you. I do feel like, the both of you have been growing, but there's something about reconnecting that it's being stifled in a way. Because I feel at the core of both of your desires towards each other, there is love. You moved on from this person out of love for yourself and for them. Because you knew, like, it wasn't going nowhere. So, what's the point of that? But I feel like, and with this person as well, They want this connection with you out of love, this material reality with you out of love. But there is some type of bind that this person is in, especially with the Four of Pentacles. They are in, I'm sorry, but they are in a bind. They are in a bind. I never understood that. What type of bind? It's like, and with the moon being here, it's like I could feel that you intuitively sense this, but you were like, damn, what the fuck could it be? I'm sorry for cursing, but it's like, Spirit, y'all gotta give me some info on that. What kind of bind is Pile 2 persons in? Because I feel like, okay, I feel like there was established that there was some type of relationship here, some type of clarity in knowing that, you know, oh, I like this person, they have a lot of energy towards me, they are very sweet towards me, maybe they kind of, you know, maybe they kind of like me. There was this energy here, but for some reason something happened. Even though you kept getting these signs and the synchronicities, and you kept getting like this energy, oh, this person fucks with you, this person is in a bind. What type of bind are they in, Spirit? Because the Devil in reverse is like they are in a bind, they don't even know it. All right, but it feels like something that's like right underneath your nose that you just can't see. One card at a time, please. Yeah, Four of Pentacles is about to come out. Eight of Cups. And group 2, I do feel myself being a smidge obsessive in my pursuit for these cards. So I feel like that could be one or both of your energies at this time. Don't invest so much time into trying to figure out what's going on with this person. I feel like you're only doing it because you feel their energy so heavily, right? And I think that they feel yours as well, but this person, they're stuck. They don't even realize that they're stuck. Like they can want this. They want this forever. They want this all their life, but they are stuck. They are so stuck. They're so afraid of following of stepping outside of their comfort zone. They're so afraid of that. I think they are very much so afraid of what people might say, of people's snide comments about being in a relationship with you. Maybe there's something unconventional about you guys' connection. But the Magician here denotes desire and wanting to attract something to you. So, oh, they may even, they might actually be conquering those demons. And I feel like people around them in their environment haven't been as supportive as they could be. But this person is very focused. Oh, wow. That's really nice. This person is very focused. So they are leaving behind those things that just aren't bringing them emotional fulfillment anymore. And I feel like that's kind of what's drawing the both of them together. it's amazing too how my emotions kind of went up and down. This both of you are very emotional. I feel because they are the stone, they are very emotional underneath like all these layers, but you're more expressive. But both people have some deep emotion between one another here. I think this person has been, I think maybe because I feel like they were in a space where, but they are struggling. If they are trying to get out of it, they are struggling. But I feel like they are, especially because it was hard for them to see it as such a bad thing in the first place. So they're trying to get out of it. They're weary as they're doing so, but they are struggling to get out of that type of mindset. If there were any type of addictions, if there was any type of energy that just any type of toxicity, they are trying to get out of that. So what's your advice regarding this connection? Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, what is how-to's advice regarding this connection? Thank you so much. We have depth. As new people show up in my life, I look for all the weird, wonderful, complex layers below their surface. I can't be surprised by someone's depth of character unless I'm willing to peel back the outer layers and go a little deeper. It's like the brand new saying goes, don't judge an onion by its haircut. So I do think there needs to be some type of depth of communication between both people, because you can feel all you want, you can have all these feelings, but if you don't, and that's why we have the Ace of Swords here, it's time for both people to be clear with each other. We can't go deeper if I don't know. If I don't, how am I supposed to know you feel that way about me if you don't tell me? So I feel like both people have to be willing to go deeper. We have compliments. And I feel like, that's what's kept this relationship like on a superficial level. Because, it's like, oh, obviously this person, they think I'm cute. They think I'm sexy. But it's like, is that it? And I feel like the both of you feel like, no, it's not. So there's a need to get deeper. Like, of course you want to compliment your person. You want to tell them, oh, you look nice and this and that. But you also want to get a little deeper. You want to get a little deeper. And I think this is another card that has been coming out a lot, is warmth. I think that's what everybody needs right now. They need a little warmth. They need to know that, people want to be around them. I feel like that is what's going to get this person to open up, is warmth. Warmth. So with the King of Swords, maybe you could have been a little cool, a little icy, a little detached towards them. If you really feel like you have forgiven them, it means you can be warm to them. You can be warm to them. If that's something that you want to do. So you could have forgiven them and still not want to be with them, at least in that time. But you can still be warm to them when communicating to them. And I think that this will really help this person open up. But also, depth of communication. Y'all gotta go deeper. Your song is Deeper by Summer Walker. We do have sensuality, so like I said, I feel like there is some type of strong pull, seduction between both people. Lean into it. Like, don't be afraid to lean into it. Okay, group 2? So, that is your reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. It was very fun for me, I will say. Very nice, sweet energy. Y'all got problems just like everybody else. Oopsie. Alright, we got to get to group 3. So let me just grab these. Okay, group 3. Welcome to your reading. This is for my pal that chose the Wheel of the Year tarot deck. So before we get into the tarot deck, I have some oracle cards that I pulled for you guys to look at you, how you view the connection, how your person views the connection. And, you know, then we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. And so we're going to see, you know, we're just going to see what's going on. What's going on in this connection? What's going on between y'all? How both of you are feeling? Everything of that sort. So you are coming out as the lover. You are ready for love, pile 3. Your card is no matter how far I go and no matter how long it takes, no one or nothing can change. Forever yours, here I stand. So you are committed. Let's see how your person is feeling. They are feeling like arrows. This is the planet of sexual attraction. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I feel like that energy is for both of you guys though. And they have, I must admit, you were not a part of my book, but now if you open it up and take a look, you're the beginning and the end of every chapter. Wow, that's beautiful. So you are feeling like they are your soulmate. They are feeling euphoric being around you. Euphoria isn't a long-lasting energy though. But let me stop being so negative. Woo. I'm so sorry, group 3. That's what I get for me, a negative Nancy. Okay. Let's see if I can adjust it. Can I adjust it? Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Okay. So let's see. We have self-indulgence. So I feel like you've been taking care of yourself. Or living a life of, you know, just caring for you. You have girl talk here. Yeah, girl, you really have been focusing on yourself. And we have the dragonfly. All right, and I'm just trying to make sure that this stays in a good angle. Thank you. All right, so let's see. I'm going to pull the cards as well. Angels, ancestors, guys, what does group 3 need to know regarding this connection? What's going on in this connection for group 3? Thank you so much. Excuse me. What's going on in this connection for group 3? We have the 9 of Pentacles, first card out. So, oh, I see the Empress. So you are really embodying that energy right now. You know, just kind of doing the damn thing. I see the Knight of Wands, and we have the Sun with it. What is this person? Yeah, this person is very much so motivated by sexual needs to get to you. Sexual desires to get to you. What else? Thank you so much. We have the Seven of Cups. All right. We need one more. So pile 3, you have options. That's what I'm getting here. You have options. On the back of your deck, we have the 8 of Cups. So I feel like, you know, you're not afraid of walking away from a connection. You're not afraid of walking away from something that's just not good for you. And that type of because that's what it's coming up as, self-indulgence. That's what it looks like to other people. So that type of, it's not necessarily selfishness, but it's like, damn, this person really values themselves. Like, they are perfectly fine with being single. And as they are single, they are so wealthy and abundant. Like, they attract a lot of suitors. They attract a lot of people towards them, right? So I feel like what's going on in this connection is but also at the same time, you are a person who has their heart very much so open, and you are committed to the idea that you will end up with your one true love, your one true lover. And so that keeps your heart open. That keeps you open to experiencing so much romance, so much love. But it also, because of having such an open heart, you intuitively are aware of what purpose people serve when they come into your life. And I feel like with this particular person, you recognize them as a soulmate. You recognize them as, or you are recognizing that somebody who is going to be like a soulmate is entering into your life. So you recognize the energy. You recognize when that is headed towards you. And you move accordingly. Now we have arrows here, and arrows is the card of lust. It's the card of attraction. It's the card of, primal desire and need, what you need in the bedroom. So so you can look at I'm not going to explain it, but essentially arrows is a card that is driven by hot passion and lust, okay? And no better than for arrows to show up here as the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this person that you are coming into contact with is something, like, I feel like you are open to not necessarily having a one night stand, but this is definitely one of your, I guess you could say, friends with benefits. Knight of Wands is definitely a big friends with benefits energy. But I feel like there's something in you too that just really wants to spend time with this person. I feel like your heart opens up when you're around this person. But it's something about the connection that when this happens, we have this euphoria. This person experiences they experience things that they have never felt before. They have never felt about another person. We have Dragonfly here, which talks about being lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, heal. So I feel like this particular experience has this person experiencing such a wave of euphoria This experience that they have with you has them feeling such a wave of euphoria that they are changing. I'm thinking about how the sun and like when the sun rises, it brings with it so much light. There's something about, and then you have all this light around you in this lover card. You see this? You have all this light surrounding you. So this person is like being with you has placed them in this position of feeling grounded and stable and full and complete, and they see themselves wholly. I don't know, it's just something about this connection, something about being with you. I definitely feel like you walked away from this person. Your heart is still open to them because you recognize them as a soulmate, even if they are on some bullshit. But I think that they recognize you as a soulmate too. They're just a whore. I don't know. It's just something about them. they just don't like to be tied down. But I feel like something with you was so transformative that they were like, you know what, King of Pentacles energy, I'm going to take care of this woman or this man or this person. I think I want to provide for this person. For them, that is like the ultimate way of being able to express their love to you, being able to provide for you, being able to take care. So as I was saying before being rudely interrupted, Pile 3, taking care of you would be how they would, that's the ultimate way for them to express their love. So for them, this is, like, they weren't expecting it. When they first crossed paths with you, they weren't expecting this, but I don't know. It's something about you that they feel would satisfy all of their dreams. I don't know about that. But I feel like you have been in a really good space. Like, and I feel like Spirit isn't even commenting on it because it's not really anything with you. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, it's not really anything with you. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides. What else is Pile 3 need to know regarding what's going on in their connection? We have the Wheel. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups. All right, I'm gonna get one more. And we have the Stars. So Pile 3, I feel like there's about to be some type of movement or shift in you all's connection. The Four of Wands feels like stability, commitment. I feel like both of you, or and particularly this person, maybe leaving behind things that just aren't bringing them the spiritual fulfillment that they were looking for. And they are in a period, you know, where they have everything that they need, but they have been knocked back down to earth. The Stars is a very big card because it's right after the Tower. So it's that card of nourishment. It's that card where you are healing. You know, you're finally picking back up the pieces and getting back on the wheel. But I feel like just your presence, you being who you are, triggered something deep within this person that that caused them to really see see the reality of that life and the truth of the situation. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's the ultimate dream here. With the stars being here, that is the ultimate dream. That is the ultimate thing that this person wants to happen. That's the ultimate wish come true. Is to be with you. Is to experience this life. To go the distance with you. Spirit, clarify this Eight of Cups for me. Because I'm just looking at it. I feel like y'all have a little anxiety surrounding it too. So let's see. Clarify the Eight of Cups, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, they're saying everything's all right. Let go of trying to figure out how the outcome of this connection is going to be. But I feel like you already know that. That's something that you already grapple with. So let's see your final advice regarding this connection, group 3. Thank you so much. Final advice for group 3 regarding this connection. Thank you so much, Spirit, angels, ancestors, and guides. Whoa. Oh my God, it's official. This has came out. So I feel like everybody's going to get them a big teddy bear or something. But warmth. I focus on warmth and let it guide all my interactions. No matter how others behave, I choose to respond warmly. With warmth, I can melt any icy exterior. I can soften any hard feelings. I can microwave any pizza. Today, I adopt the saying, killing with kindness, and turn myself into a warm and loving serial killer. So warmth, everybody needs a little bit of warmth right now. Everybody needs, that's what they need right now. They need a little bit of warmth. They need to know, maybe you have been, maybe, because we talked about you walking away from this connection before. You were just like, you know, this shit just isn't for me. And maybe that required you to be all icy and cool. So I feel like, you know, there's need for warmth here. What else? Spirit, angel, ancestors, guides, honesty. Look at that. There's a need for people to be honest here. I feel like this, your person is definitely, she's a runner, she's a track star. Like once it starts getting a little deeper for them than sex, they feel like running. But I don't know, I feel like it was something about you. Like you had your moments with this person, but you really kept focusing on yourself. And that's what really fueled the goodness of this connection. And look what we have here. My best self. I trust that when I'm doing what's best for me and being the happiest version of myself, the right sorts of relationships will appear in my life. That means I can let go of all my worries about the future, knowing that my only job is to be happy in this moment, while simultaneously attaining a cosmic level of enlightenment, awareness, and total psychological self-actualization. What did I say? My best self. That's where you're at with this. You have harmony here. That's cute. It says, I know in my heart that when something is right, it feels easy and breezy. That's where you are at. You like, man, I'm not doing this no more. Like, if a relationship is causing me to feel uncertain, if I feel like people are keeping things from me, if people aren't being honest, like, it's not right. And I know that, you know, when I'm being my best self, so let me pour into myself. That I feel like that's really your energy. Like you have this dream of someday having this love, and I feel just because of the way you move, you will get it because you're so open. But you're like, you know, I suss this person out. They seem a little bit okay, but in the event that it turns out they're not, I have to keep going because I want my person. So that's the attitude that spirit is wanting you to embody. That spirit is congratulating on you constantly embodying. because that creates for a lot of peace on your end, and it creates for just a lot of harmony in all of your connections in the first place. Like, things don't end as badly as they potentially could. But yes, this is your message here, pile 3. I really hope that this resonates for you, that you got something out of it. It was really so fun for me to do. All of these were so fun to do. I really like this. I hope that I can do more. All right, see y'all later. Bye.